Alright, welcome to another episode of C&C Adventures. I'm going to go over my kayak. It's a Pelican Catch Mode 110. I'm going to show you some of the things I have on it, how I have it set up, and just an overall haul around, see what's going on. Alright, let's roll the intro. I got the model with the fold down skate. Just helps keep it tracking nice while you're paddling. I do have a PAC motor, and I'll show you how I put that on in a little bit. Coming around the back, I got the Scotty anchor system. Not really a system, it's just a plastic piece that holds a 5-pound anchor. I don't really use it that much because I'll use the settings on the PAC motor to kind of hold my position while fighting headwinds. But coming through, we got the seat. It's a very comfortable seat, actually. Then coming through, I do have a fish finder, an underwater camera. Coming through the front storage area, I always keep a tag line. I use that to help stand and drag the kayak. A spotlight for the night fishing. Turn around to a fold holder. I got a paddle holder. It's kind of where I just jumble up my cord for the anchor. But coming around here, got my underwater camera. Can't really see that much, but it is a cool feature to have. And then I got my Garmin CV4 Pro. Once I get my battery system on here, I'll fire that up. I don't like to keep it running out of the water because some people say that it can damage the sonar on it, so I don't want to really fuck my transducer up too much. Normally I do keep my plugs in. I keep this one in, this one in. The one under the seat I keep out, and I keep the back one plugged up. Just a little magnet I have for throwing my treble hook, so you know you don't get stabbed with those, because let's be real, treble hooks are a bitch. But as for the walk around, that's pretty much it. I'll show you what these tie downs are used for, because the PAC motor comes with the cam straps, but they suck. Highly recommend using this instead of those. The PAC motor. It's a good trolling electric motor. Only weighs 9 pounds. Using a 16 volt battery will give you 30 plus pounds of thrust. Using the 12 volt will give you 24. I will put a video with this of using the 12 volt battery and seeing how fast we're going on the 12 volt. So let's put this on real quick. It's super easy. You just want to slide it on here. Just get the anchor over the cam strap. It's going to work its way up. Now I have this positioned on 2 lawn chairs, so I don't want to knock the kayak over, so just bear with me. I'll speed this part up. Okay, so now that's all up front here. It does come with a cam strap. It's not really the best, but we'll cinch that down just to get some tension on there. But then I use these rope tie downs. Clip it on the side and pull it tight. So what that's going to do is going to prevent the motor from flying to the back while you're moving. And then come around to the other side. You're going to do the same thing over here. And then I'm going to, instead of using that cam strap that I have around there originally, I'm going to use another rope cam strap to hold it down tight. Now this thing ain't going nowhere. Now for the power system, going back to what I was saying, I used the Black PAC Pro 13 by 13 by 13. And I'll give you a close-up of what's going on inside this in 1 second, so as I put it down. Okay. Let's get a little close-up of that. So this is my Black Pack. It houses my electronics. On the inside, I have a 12-volt 100 amp hour mini, and that's going to power my cameras, my spotlight up there, and also a secondary battery for this, just in case my 16-volt 70 amp hour battery fails. This is also the remote for the PAC motor. Alright, now that we have the Black Pack on there that's holding the batteries, we're going to wire up the fish finder. I just made this really easy by putting 2 connectors on the outside. So we're just going to slide that in, tighten it up, slide the positive in, and tighten that up. Now we have power going to the fish finder. I am running the fish finder on my 16-volt battery because Garmin can handle the higher voltage, and with the higher voltage you're going to get a clearer read through the transducer, so you'll get a more accurate feel of what's going on underneath you. Now for the PAC motor, I have this connecting cord hooked up to the 16-volt battery. We're going to plug it in, and you're going to hear a little chirp, almost like a drone, once I get that in there. Now the PAC motor is getting power. You're going to hold down to power on the controller. And now we got power going to the PAC motor. Forward, reverse, 360 turns. Very versatile. I love this motor. Just a little close-up view of the connectors. And then this is hooked up to my 12-volt battery, and this is going to keep my GoPros, my action camera 5 Pro from DJI going, keep my drone batteries charged. I got the 12-volt plug, and I have 2 USBs with a USB Type-C also. This is the plug for my spotlight. Show you guys that real quick. Come around to the front. I have the switch for it over here by my seat. It is very bright, as you see. It is daylight, and you can still see that light shining through. Now I give you a little close-up of the underwater camera, as you see my feet underneath there, and my fish finder. We'll turn it on real quick. I do love this fish finder. It does have clear view, traditional, and I could even do split frequencies, but I like to use this, where it'll show you the clear view and traditional at the same time. You just get a clearer picture with the clear view. You can also plot point, all that fun stuff with this. And I have this going into the water via this mount I got on Amazon. And this was from Temu. I don't give a fuck. Temu rocks. Not the best quality, but still fun to have. Alright, moving on to my paddle. I don't remember how long this is, but it is a good size for me. This is the Angler by Pelican. I use this mainly to get out of the weeds when I first get in the kayak. Also, it helps stabilize me as I'm getting in. I'll put this on the ground on the opposite side and slowly sit myself down so, you know, I don't flip. Even though this is a very stable kayak, and I'll put photos of me standing on it, me fishing while standing, casting. Can't say enough. I did fall off this once, and my friends never will let me live that down. Normally you stand nice shoulder width. I turned to the side to take a piss off the kayak and I flipped in. But what the fuck are you gonna do about it? This I normally keep over here when I'm not in use. And this holder right here just kind of stays out of my way, but easily accessible. But I am going to add 2 more rod holders on my black pack so I can keep them here. And just even more out of my way when I'm using the PAC motor. So, I mean, that's pretty much it for my walk around. As far as what I use for my gear on the kayak, I use the medium-sized Cast Kings tackle bag. I'll keep that up front like this. Normally, I'll take this cover off, and that way I don't have to dig through it. Nothing's really flying out of the kayak unless you flip, which I don't plan on doing again. And as far as my rods, my 2 main rods I take with me on the kayak are my Speed Demon Cast Kings medium fast rod with the Cast Kings Royal Legend Pro bait caster. Great setup, honestly. Cast Kings, they don't get enough credit. They really don't. Alright, moving on to the more expensive rod. This is the St. Croix Mojo Bass, also a medium fast rod, paired with the SLX DC Shimano. People know the DCs, they make the fun sound when you cast them. There's a little microchip inside the bait caster that will help prevent you birds nesting, and you can cast this thing to the fucking moon. But great rod, super sensitive, super sensitive. I can't say that enough. Highly recommend if you have the budget for it. It is about a $200 rod with a $200 reel. So, you know, use your discretion. Don't break the bank. This Cast King setup is $160, give or take. And honestly, it does just as good as this. Not just as good. This is a lot better. But as far as my setup and walk around, that is pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, any concerns, want me to show anything else, please let me know. Thank you for tuning in. And remember, please like, subscribe, and share.